I had a male sponsor. He was very, very good. And he took me through the steps, and I did a massive step one with him. Huge step one with lots of written work. And I think it was then that I fully understood what my issues were. Because I don't think that my issues were just drinking and alcohol. I think they were a symptom of my issues. And what he taught me to do, or what he showed me to do, was to look at all the areas of my life that were not working and why they weren't working. In step one, I was asked to list in a very particular way all the problems I had in a whole range of areas, which were things to do with my emotions, my finances, my relationships, that sort of thing. And in step two, I was asked to look at all of those issues and to replace them with sane thoughts and sane processes. So it's like, I'm a piece of shit, no one loves me, I'm really unhappy. It would be replaced by, I'm really valuable, I'm doing an amazing thing by getting sober, and I know that people really love me. So I matched everything up, so it was like, it gave me the sanity. I actually had to list out what being sane was. And that was a hugely powerful thing, actually.
The hope comes in the second step, when faith is expressed. Came to believe that a power higher than myself can restore me eventually to sanity. That's my hope.
The way he made me do it was he made me put all the negative stuff on one side, fold the paper, and then all the positive stuff on the other.
Right.
And the combination of that really made me see how insane my thinking was. Because on the left-hand side was nothing but self-hatred, vile, angry bullshit. And on this side it was like, oh my God, of course, you know, a God or whatever, the universe doesn't really think that about me. My family doesn't really think that about me. It's my interpretation, it's my perception. And that is insane. That I am allowing my life to be controlled by this negative bullshit in my head.
It's just what I say, you know, it's like, how can I be happy, joyous, and free when I know I'm gonna fuck it up? You know, I'm gonna blow it. You know, that voice inside there, keep your head down, Kev. You know, take the end run. You know, get by, you know.
An addict generally is a confused person with regard to love. As the famous existentialist Martin Buber said, we are all born for love. And as he defined love, love is an I-thou relationship, I-you relationship. An addict has missed it. Either actually missed it, or he has, by his own, she or he has misunderstood. I've got a lot of cases where addicts were born in very loving homes, but they never saw themselves as being loved. So either actually not loved or perceived as not loved leads them to get a substitute. A substitute for an I-thou relationship, there are many in the world. It is called an I-it relationship.
And I think there's something in the alcoholic that is in this loveless debate. You know, is it possible? Can people love me? Can I love myself? What does that mean, to love myself? How can I love myself when there's no connection to another human being? You know. So the environment of the process in the program is that it sets up this process of allowing someone to love you. You know, even in just the practicality of call me. You know, how are you doing? Come on with me. Don't go there. Come here.
Yoga practitioners and recovery people, before they came into this practice, will admit that they were soaked in lies. And a human being is made for the truth.
going to meetings, working the steps with a sponsor, and then eventually you become a sponsor and you work with other people who are new and guide them through the steps. And it's through this entire process that you can't help but run into yourself. You can't help but you can't help but be confronted with yourself if you're sharing honestly.